What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the daily trade recap. So we're just gonna go over this on why I took shorts at open this morning, and just basically what I've been seeing like real consistent, at least in my trading strategy and the things that I look for in the market and stuff like that. So uh, we'll just hop right into it. So we're looking at the 4 hour chart right now. So this is 2 o'clock, and what I like to do as far as like the back test goes, I like to start the day back over and do my top down from the 4 hour, 1 hour, 15 minute, all the way until market opens. So currently, right now in the 4 hour, we are bullish because the high that created the lowest low got broke yesterday right here. So on my 4 hour, I'm seeing that hey, we're bullish. Okay, so then I'll drop to the 1 hour, and right now this candlestick is at 5. So what I do is 6, 7, 8. I'll go ahead and move it up 8 spots, because I know if I click this one to the 9, not 8 spots, I move it up to the 8 o'clock candle, because I know if I click it again, it's going to show me the 9 o'clock candle. But so I'm trying to give you as close as realistic as possible as far as like trading goes. So yeah, on the 4 hour we was bullish, and then now I'm looking at the 1 hour to see what's happening here. Technically on the 1 hour we're still bearish if we just look from here to here, well, from here to here, because this low got broke, and then also this low got broke right here yesterday. So on the 1 hour we're bearish, and then I see we kind of was like doing this uptrend. 2 swing points is considered a trend in my opinion. So we got this swing, low, high, higher low, and then we ended up making a higher high right here and also a higher low right here. So I considered this to be like a uptrend on the 1 hour. So then I was looking for the latest highest low to be broke going back down to let me know that hey, we swapped back down, like a kind of like a market structure shift back to the downside. So we did that right here on the 1 hour. Right here we market structure shifted back down to the downside. We created this imbalance, we respected that and rejected it and came up out of there. So then I dropped to the 15 minute to make sure that hey, my 15 minute is also in a down trend. And then what I do then now is I go to the 15 minute, put this at the 9:30, and I move up 2 candles to make sure. All right, so this is before market open. Now remember, on the 4 hour we had our lows down here. We got these lows, or whatever the case may be. We got previous day low down here, and then we got some other previous day lows over to the left. Just try to keep it simple. I don't even look at the London low and all of that stuff as much when doing the strategy this way. I just kind of keep it at what is my market structure telling me to do, and then I would maybe use the London lows, Asia lows, and highs and things like that as a reference point of potential reversals depending on the direction that I'm going. So on my 15 minute, I'm looking at this high right here to be a high that holds, because this 15 minute high would change my market structure for my 15 minute, and I know that my hourly high is up here, as far as holding the hourly high to say hey, our hours is shifted up too. But right here we got our 15 minute, we got this 15 minute swing high, and if we close back above this, then I know that my market structure on the 15 minute has shifted longs, and I could potentially target this high right here. But me coming into the day, I got my 1 hour bearish and my 15 minute bearish. And if you check my Instagram, my latest video I posted, or at the time of this video, my latest video on Instagram, I posted what you need to know as far as like market structure and market structure shifts. That's really the key to how I trade and seeing the market now. And it's giving me a good, clean target on things that I want to try to get to. So basically my 1 hour and my 15 minute are both bearish. So the next time frame target that I would be trying to hit would be a swing low. And it just so happened to be the previous day low. So when taking out all the previous day low, high, and all of that stuff, I don't look at SMT or none of that right now at this moment. But as far as me coming into trades and what I've seen over the last couple of months or whatever, I've honed in on what I'm actually looking at. So here on the 15 minute, we're still bearish, and this area would be an area that I would want to see hold if we even get up to this point to say hey, we could potentially be flipping. But that's only going to happen within 15 minutes. So I have 15 minutes for this to even be relevant, for this high to even be relevant. So we got 15 minutes worth of play. I don't know why this is not putting the line on there, but we got 15 minutes worth of play to basically see what's going to happen. So now we're going to drop to the 1 minute. All right. So now in our 1 minute, we see that what we have pulled back, right? We have market structure shifted back long on the 1 minute, right? And in my mind, I'm like, okay, well, I would want to see us give us a good market structure shift back to the downside, where if you're looking at this, we don't have any lows on the way up besides right here. We have this 1 minute low. So if this was like later in the day, I would wait for this low to get closed below. But since this is market open, I was definitely looking for, like, if we was going to sell, here would be the point where we would want to sell. So essentially all I did was I entered sales here and I put my stop above this high right here. And the only reason I gave myself this much room is because I'm like, okay, well, if I check my 2 minute, my 2 minute high is right here. We did market structure shift also in the 2 minute, but we're running into this 2 minute fair value gap. And if you check your 1 minute, we're also holding this 1 minute first presented fair value gap right here. And if you know anything about first presented, you would know that this would be a good sign. So we are holding this 1 minute first presented fair value gap. And also we closed this 5 minute fair value gap going back to the long side, but that's just the inverse fair value gap. I mean, inverse fair value gaps work if you know how to use them the way that most people teach them. But for me personally, using just the inverse fair value gap alone, they have failed for me. And that could just be me not knowing how to use them like the other people. So I seen that we inverse this up, right? But our 5 minute high, the high that we would need to flip on the 5 minute is right here. So that's a good little distance. That's about let's see, that's 20 points right there, and we're below the 8:30 in the midnight open. So I personally was looking at the 8:30 in the midnight open to be a reversal point, given the fact that, hey, we got previous day low down here. My 1 hour and my 15 minute is also bearish. So if I'm going to get in this trade, this is the best possible area to get in for sales. I was willing to risk 20 points to see if this was going to hold going the opposite direction. So if you traded today, you know what happened. My target was these lows down here. So we're gonna play the first 1 minute candle, and immediately first 1 minute candle, it just reverses, and it did exactly what I thought, like what I was predicting to happen, given at the same time I was willing to put this amount of risk on the table. Now, the reason I didn't want to see it come up to the 15 minute and do what it do is because now we're at an area where we potentially can reverse from. So I'm like, or not reverse, but that this area would be a potential area where we can hold above on the 15 minute. And if we held above this 15 minute high on a 15 minute chart, then we will be targeting this 1 hour high. That's just how I see it, right? So I gave it this high, and if we would have went past this, I would have just sat out and just waited to see, okay, what is the first 15 minutes going to do? But essentially, my target was way down here at that 4 hour low, because if my 15 minute and my one hour is bearish, then I'm expecting that 4 hour low to get hit. I'm not saying we're gonna flip the 4 hour and go bearish, but I'm just saying we would hit the 4 hour, and maybe use it as a liquidity sweep to reverse and go back up with the higher time frame, the 4 hour trend, as far as like being in an uptrend. So I was looking for it to get swept, and that was my target for today. And if we play this out all the way through, we see that 1 minute kept holding right here. We came down, almost got it, reversed, went back up. But if you look at this, knowing what a market structure shift is and how you use them, we market structure shifted down here. So now I'm utilizing this high as the high that, hey, if we close above this high, then we could potentially continue to go up higher. So we watch and see what happens here. So we come back up, we test that 1 minute one more time, and we're holding the 1 minute. But then ultimately, once we got a good break back to the downside, we ended up going down and hitting this target right here, which is the 4 hour low, which is what I wanted to see hit. I actually got out of this trade. I scaled out. I was only in 3 micros. I scaled out, think I scaled out of 2 micros. It came back and stopped me out at break even. And then I entered again just so I could hit my profit target for the day, which is like an extra like $50. But ultimately, the strategy, the way that I'm looking at the charts, that's how I do it. 4 hour, what is my structure? 1 hour, what is my structure? 15 minute, what is my structure? And if I got the 15 minute and the 1 minute, the 15 minute and the 1 hour in the same direction, but the 4 hours in the opposite direction, I'm only going to target that 4 hour low if I'm going to take shorts to that level. All right. And conversely, if I have the 15 minute short and my 1 hour is long and my 4 hours long, well, I'm only going to take it if I'm going to take a counter trend trade in a sense. If I'm going to take a trade against the trend, I'm only going to target the 1 hour's area, or I'm going to wait until the 15 minute flips in the same direction as the rest of them and then try to find a trade to get in to try to target a level. So that's the trade recap of the day. That trade right there from where I entered, and I got the executions and stuff on my Top Step accounts, but that trade right here, just the first candle was 82 points. You only needed 1 minute. You could have been in and out of the charts in 1 minute. And then if you would have held for the next minute, that was another 132 points. But the trade itself went all the way to my full TP of 168 points. And that was that 4 hour low that I was looking to get targeted. I didn't want to see all of this right here. This kind of made me weary, but ended up getting stopped out after taking partials, and then it ran down to the TP. So all in all, still a W day for me in the charts, and I catch you guys on the next one. And I don't think I said what today was, but today is February the 4th. Trade recap.